What's poppin', everybody? This is the cartoon kid Ray Rawlins, and today we're reviewing season 1, episode 6 of Courage the Cowardly Dog, called the Duck Brothers. Now, of course, I got my buddy Alex Payne here joining me, and with him being the professional of the Courage the Cowardly Dog series, you need to give us an episode breakdown to fill all these people in on what's happening.
Well, this episode is about Muriel getting kidnapped. Well, abducted. Kidnapped is the wrong word. Abducted by two alien ducks who put a device on her head to control her. And they send her into the military base to try and save their. Yeah, well, I guess they didn't specify an age. To save their brother from being cooked. And, but they don't say that at first, so Courage is obviously trying to save Muriel, and when he finds out their true motive, he eventually helps them get the duck out of the military base, and everything is happy ever after. And that's the
There you
episode.
go. There you go. My first impressions is one, obviously, I'm glad Courage talked a lot during this episode. But two, the most important one, when you think ducks, you think of the color yellow. And I would say
Yeah,
they're what, like maybe greenish, bluish, maybe.
yeah, I would say probably closer to blue.
So that kind of threw me off. Well, not kind of. That definitely threw me off a bit. Um, I will
Well,
tell
they
you
had the
this though.
yellow beak, so close enough.
No, not close enough. Not at all. They're supposed to be
Well, hey,
yellow.
Daffy Duck was black and only had a yellow beak. So.
Funny thing is, I never watched Daffy Duck. But I will tell you this though. Overall, pretty decent episode. What do you think? What are your first impressions?
My first impressions were they really like the alien birds because first the chicken, now the ducks.
Yeah, right. I want to say they
Now,
did something else with the alien bird because you said they realistically did the chicken what twice because they
yeah,
had like the pre-pilot, so they do like their damn aliens. Actually,
well,
I'll tell you
alien
this:
birds specifically.
they like their animals because the motherfucking don't forget the mask they had Kitty and
The
Bunny too.
cats.
I,
Yeah.
I I really noticed that they really do. They're like heavy on the animals and whatnot. But go ahead.
Um. That was my first impression. They really enjoy their space fouls. So, but so it's funny because usually we go for the music, but there was no real original score. But they had a lot of sound effects that sounded really cool and like it sounded very cool and sci-fi ish,
Yeah, right. Like the
and it
little
sounded really
whispers
nice.
in the background. Because I was listening to this
Yeah,
in my headphones. You hear all the whispers and whatnot. That shit was
yeah.
like, get that
It's
out of
like
my
no,
ears.
and it's like number eight. Number eight is like, what the fuck are you saying number eight for? I don't understand.
I will
But
tell you this, though. Getting into the moments, I love the whole part. Like, because they were controlling Muriel. Like, through like a remote control thing. And Courage obviously got it.
yeah,
I just, listen, those punches when they were like boxing each other. It was like, like, man, you guys aren't like punching. You guys are like jabbing each other. Like, come on, I want to see some knockout blows. Like, oh God, that's what I want to see, some knockout blows. But I will tell you this too. Courage goes over there between the two brothers and he starts. Listen, he's supposed to be the cowardly dog. This is the thing that really, I should have been my first impression here. This dog is supposed to be cowardly. This motherfucker had some balls in this episode. I ain't gonna lie to you. He had some major big pink puppy balls. Okay. Like he over there motherfucking talking shit to the brothers. Yeah, you better run this and that. Da 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 woo woo. Going over there smacking them up a little bit. And he finally, they finally get on the same terms, he busts into the whole little military base and just starts manhandling.
yeah.
What
He
was
ripped
that?
the friggin' the
Yeah, that's
alarm
what it
duck.
was. The alarm. He was freaking, just freaking. Listen, courage was a beast in this episode. I gotta give him that. He wasn't the cowardly dog in this. He really
Well,
was
I'll
not.
say in that one he was being controlled by them, so I wouldn't give him credit on that part as much. But speaking of that, though, I want to
I want to
mention this.
say, was he when he
No,
was
yeah.
controlling Muriel?
No, when he was controlling, they was controlling him when he ran in and bit when he ran in and got the duck himself. Like when he,
Right, yeah.
yeah.
But I'm more on the part of talking about like the whole Muriel
Well,
situation too, when he was obviously up
see,
there smacking them around.
I'd say this though, to go with that, they weren't really that threatening. Because it
They're
wasn't like
not.
they were some
No.
big scary monsters or none of that. Like he saw them as something he probably saw them as something he could easily deal with.
Listen, that's a dog who freaking practically shit himself when Eustace makes a scary face at him. So I don't think he had to
Speaking of
be
that,
too
Eustace
threatening.
kicked the dog shit out of him. Pun
Oh
intended.
yeah.
Dog shit out of him at the beginning. All he has is kick it. All he has is just slam into some wood against the wall.
You got enough trouble for the night. Freaking sent his ass.
But another funny part for me though was when they was controlling him and he took the duck out and the chef was like, "Hey, what am I supposed to cook now?" And then he just looked and then you just hear like this super Swedish accent, "Strudel." It's like, yeah, that's a good idea. That was funny to me. Listen, the eggs,
Oh
hilarious to
yeah.
me. Every time you stop doing that.
That's all he
Is
does
that
is freaking drop it like doop 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 doop.
like why do the eggs sound like metal
I don't
or
know.
glass? I
Because
mean,
you
I know
think
they're aliens, but
right, but you think, man, how's like a little bird or chicken or duck, that's what they are.
duck.
Supposed to survive in that. Like you think the chicken just pops out of a normal egg, just poof. Like man, if that hatch, what happens? Like the grass breaks. You gotta have enough force to do that.
But that shit was just funny how he just keep dropping him and the other duck would get so mad at him about it. And the friggin' and then when they was fighting Courage, he was throwing the eggs at him. He's like, "Who's complaining now?"
I gotta say, he was a beast in this episode, though. He really was. He was a straight up beast in this episode.
The boxing match was, as you mentioned, that was really hilarious to me. Especially like the. I will say this though, after watching this multiple times, because the moment when Courage went to them and they were like fighting over the rules, that was funny to me before, but it wasn't really funny this time watching it. I thought it still was interesting, but yeah.
That little
And
moment, though, that little moment right there reminded me. Not so like it seemed like Three
yeah,
Stooges is. There you go.
esque, close enough. But no, yeah, I think that's what they were going for. I think that was the intention to like reference that, and I think they
Hmm.
did a good job of it. They definitely did it better than freaking South Park did with the free killers.
Oh
But
yeah.
um, but yeah, I thought 9 times out of 10, think it's interesting. But I feel like that's one of the moments where through multiple watchings, it kind of doesn't have the same comedic effect to it, I
Right.
guess.
Yeah, it's just like one of those, like you said, little moments that's not like very important. And if you see it 1,000 times, it's gonna be like, it's gonna lose its luster. But for me, with this being my first time seeing it, I got a nice chuckle out of it. And like I said, it's just always nice to see Courage get ballsy like that. I was like, man, this dog, okay, he's manning up. But I don't know why he did that, but you know what? It is what it is. Let's get into the final reviews of the portion of this video. I gotta say, there's definitely been some better episodes of Courage out there than this. I would say this felt very average, but it felt also like it was a good episode, like a very good episode. Like it was average, but it was a very good
It was
average episode.
enjoyable.
There you go. Um, like I said 90 million times in this video, like Courage, him being ballsy in this episode, man, that's gonna give me some extra points. He's supposed to be the cowardly dog, but it's nice to see him man up. Um, and like I said, I like how he's sticking up for Muriel, man. The things he does for love. He had to stick up for his homie Muriel and had to get it back because Eustace sure wasn't moving his ass to do it. So he went in there, had to save her, had a little boxing match. That's a good funny moment. Fighting the two brothers, great funny moment. And then he even risked his own life just to rush up into that military base just to get brother, man. So Courage definitely. He wasn't the cowardly dog in this episode, but I'm definitely not taking out points for that because I love seeing Courage have some damn balls and stand up for himself and his people. So story wise, it's just like any other Courage episode. It's average, but as we said, it's very enjoyable. Um, with this being my first time actually watching this episode, I really did enjoy it. So I'm gonna hit it with a nice, I say 7 out of 10. My whole classic rating used to be the 7.5. But I think I'm giving everything a 7 out of 10 because I don't want to give this a 6. I don't feel like this is a 6. I think this is a 7. Like I think this is a very good episode for what it is. Nice average episode. This is a very good episode.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a story light but comedy heavy type of episode.
Hmm.
Like I don't think this was one of those episodes where you watch for the story. It was more of like a comedy based one, and it wasn't even one for the horror either. Like this episode is I guess is a brain turner offer type of
Right.
episode.
Yeah, something just to get you to laugh.
Yeah. So give it like based off of that, I'll have to give it pretty much the same rating as you. I'd say it's a 6 point. I mean a 7 because I think it's just a very enjoyable episode. Its story's kind of light, but I think that's how they wanted it to be. It wasn't light because of bad writing. It was light because they weren't going for a super complex story.
Right. All right. Well, there y'all have it. Now, as usual, man, Ray Rawlins and Alex Payne, we want to see what you guys had to say. Drop your opinions and your review, whatever you think in the comments down below. We're always open to hearing your opinions, man. And of course, I'm going to be down there lurking to see that one person comment. And, I'm going to respond back to you. Um, well, there you go. That's pretty much it. My name is the Cartoon Kid, Ray Rawlins. I'm joined by Alex Payne. We talk cartoons and we do it daily. We'll see you when we see you. Peace.